Hey,
Hey,
Coast
Coast City.
City! Welcome back for another day of fasting, which means another devotional. If you don't know us, I'm Jordan,
I'm Josh.
and we're here to bring the Devo to you guys. Today, we're going to be talking about control and surrender, which I know is a pretty big topic, especially in today's day and age. So, Josh is going to start us off by reading from Proverbs.
Awesome. So Proverbs 16, verse 1 says, "The plans of the heart belong to a person, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a person are clean in his own sight, but the Lord examines the motives. Commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established. The Lord has made everything for its own purpose, even the wicked for the day of evil. Everyone who is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Be assured he will not go unpunished. By mercy and truth, atonement is made for wrongdoing, and by the fear of the Lord, one keeps away from evil. When a person's way are pleasing to the Lord, he causes even his enemies to make peace with him. Better is a little with righteousness than a great income with injustice. The mind of a person plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps."
So, something that I'm still learning is what it looks like to give up control. And of all the people in the world, this man could say that I'm still working on it the most. But it's okay. But something that I've been learning is that not wanting to give up control or wanting to always have control of something is actually fear. And it's not wisdom, although sometimes I may think, oh, this is me just thinking 10 steps ahead, or this is me trying to be productive with plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. But actually, it's a motive of fear. Um, or of not wanting to feel some kind of way, like disappointed or wanting to be alone. And so it's easy to be like, if I can take control of this, then I can make sure the outcome turns out like this. Um, a personal story is that I don't like being late at all to things. I will do everything in my power to not be late to something. And if I'm driving the car and somebody I'm driving behind is going a bit too slow, I may want to go around them and go fast so I can pass them and get to my destination even faster. But funny enough, half of the time they end up passing me or we end up at the same red light. And sometimes it's so frustrating. But recently I was talking about it with Josh and I was like, honestly, sometimes we just pull up at the red light together and it's so annoying. Maybe, I said, just maybe, that doesn't mean if I go faster that I'll get to where I'm going even faster. And so all that effort, all that control, all that speeding maybe didn't change the outcome at all. Um, and me trying to do X, Y, and Z did not change how it actually turned out. And I kind of can put that in parallels with our relationship with the Lord sometimes. We may think that striving or planning ahead um, can change an outcome the Lord has prepared, but honestly, God's timing for us cannot be changed. And so, us maybe trying to control something or think of plan B just in case the Lord doesn't show up is an act of fear, not trust, and not surrendering to Him. And I've done that on my own. I thought, even just today, I was in the kitchen on my lunch break and I was thinking, okay, I almost broke my fast. I wanted to. And I was like, okay, no, I shouldn't do it. I can pull myself up and I can get it done. And it was all, I can do this. But in that moment, I really could have said, okay, Lord, help me. But instead, I thought, you know what? I can do it, which at the end of the day, the Lord helped me to get through it. But it's an encouragement and a reminder for me to think, how many times have I thought, if I could just do that, or when I do that, or when is this going to come for me, or when can I get this reward? And I should have instead thought, Lord, what do you have for me? Here are my dreams and desires. Let me lay them at your feet. Here's where I want to take control. Let me lay that at your feet. And I think waiting is uncomfortable. Disappointment hurts and trusting requires vulnerability, which are all hard things. It's hard to be in an uncomfortable position. Um, it's hard to be vulnerable. Um, and it's hard to be hurt. Nobody wants to be hurt. And that's why control is so tempting. That's what makes it so easy for us to be like, no, I can do it because we can protect ourselves, we think. Um, but what would life look like if we truly just let go? And we allowed ourselves to fully trust in the Lord, knowing that He orders our steps, knowing that we can plan all we want, as it says here in Proverbs, but the Lord ultimately has the say. We are asked to steward the things that He has asked us to do, but ultimately he establishes those things. And so Josh is going to finish by reading a verse from Proverbs.
Yes, Proverbs 3 5 through 6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight." So, if you participated in the fast, congrats. You have um, demonstrated what it looks like to give up something that you want control over. You've given the Lord the good portion of what you have. So I encourage you to continue to put this into practice regularly in your life. As I'm challenged myself and as Jordan's challenged ourselves to see things that we want to maybe maintain control over or keep for ourselves, things that we should ultimately surrender to the Lord and the plans he has for us. So,
Yeah. And it says, in all your ways, acknowledge him and he will make straight your path. Don't we want a straight path instead of having to speed around cars and get to destinations faster? Yes. And so, how can we do that today? We encourage you to think, Lord, here you go, make my path straight. It's been a joy to share this Devo with you, and we will see you guys next time.